into this channeled message for today. I told y'all yesterday that 9 times out of 10 I will be going live from home today, so we'll be later in the afternoon. I had to do my hair. I had shit to do today, so I wasn't going to that office. But either way, we are here, and I was trying to figure out, like, Spirit, okay, what are we going to talk about today? And Spirit kept saying, don't get tricked out your spot. Okay? Don't get tricked out of your spot. And this is not even the angle that I think a lot of y'all think I'm going to come from, where I'm talking about somebody else tricking you out your spot. This is a you thing. This is very much so a you thing. A lot of you guys are not taking it there for whatever reason. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I feel like we did a message similar to this on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, for those who was on that live, where we had a similar type of message where Spirit was talking about, really taking it the furthest. But I feel like y'all still not applying the correct pressure. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what you're experiencing. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you're afraid of. I don't know. But you're not applying enough fucking pressure. You're not. You're not doing all that you could be doing. You're not taking it as far as you could be taking it. You're not tapping in as much as you could. You're not doing a fuck enough. And y'all may not like this message today, but it is what the fuck it is. Y'all know over here, if you are familiar with my content, if you've been a part of my community for a while, you know that we don't sugarcoat over here. We don't sugarcoat. We don't play around. We don't talk about no bullshit. Anything that we're talking about is of substance and is needed. Okay? So for Spirit to be bringing this up today, it's obviously needed. Maybe to get y'all attention. I don't motherfucking know. But what I do know is you're not doing as much as you could be doing. You're not doing as much as you should be doing. For whatever reason, some of you guys are afraid to move. You're afraid to move. You're afraid to move your feet. You're afraid to get out your comfort zone. You're afraid to push yourself beyond these boundaries that you created. There is nothing, and there will never ever be anything that can stop you from obtaining whatever is yours. I need you to first understand that. There is nobody out here. There is no group of people. There is no powers. There is no sources that can interrupt what is destined and designed for you. The only person that can do that is you. The only person that can cause any friction on your journey is you. The only person that can stop you from moving forward is you. You are tricking yourself out of the positions that are literally designed for you. And that makes no fucking sense. Especially given the fact that a lot of you guys have been asking and manifesting and hoping and wishing and talking about this lifestyle that you want, and talking about all of the things that you want out of this life, and all of the ways that you want to grow, and how you want things to take form. And then you have opportunities to do so and you don't do it. A lot of y'all are stuck in procrastination. A lot of y'all are stuck in self-doubt. A lot of y'all are stuck in a false sense of self. And we talked, a lot of y'all are stuck in a false sense of self. And we talked about that a little bit yesterday. You think of yourself in a certain way, and because you're thinking of yourself in this specific manner, it's causing you to not align with the things that are for you. It's causing you to be stagnant. It's causing you to go after things that are not really going to take you to the levels that you're trying to get to. It's similar to, and I've used this analogy before, when you go to a pool. The pool is cold. That water is cold. So instead of you just jumping in and just taking it all at once, okay, you want to teach your way in there. Put one foot in, put a couple toes in, and then, ooh, it's cold. Duh. Jump the fuck in. What are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for? You know what I'm saying? Jump in. We know that when you jump in that pool and you submerge your whole body in there, you're going to be cold for the first couple seconds, but eventually your body will adjust to the temperature. That's what this looks like. Y'all need to jump the fuck in. I don't know why you're sitting on the sidelines. I don't know how many more times you need to think about this and think about that. You're never going to be ready or as ready as you think you should be. Let me say that. You're never going to be as ready as you think you should be. So, should be. Let me say that. You're never going to be as ready as you think you should be. So, if you're waiting, you're not going to be as ready as you think you should be. You just got to jump in. You just got to take a leap of faith. You just got to go for it. The more that you sit on the sidelines, the more you watch everybody and everything pass you by, all you're doing is prolonging your own journey. And then y'all got the nerve to sit there and say, oh, well, people were sending me negativity and people don't want me to win. You don't want to win. What you mean people don't want you to win? People don't even know that you're trying to win. What the hell? They don't know what you're working towards. They don't know what goals you got set up. They don't know what dreams and aspirations you got. How the fuck they not going to want you to win and they don't even know what you're trying to win at? You don't want to win, obviously. Because if you did, you would get the fuck up and do something. If you really wanted the lifestyle that you claim that you want, you would make it happen. So you need to ask yourself, do I really want this? And understand that that requires sacrifice. Understand that that means that everything is not going to make sense all the time. Understand that that is going to require patience and understanding and compassion for yourself. It's not going to be an easy journey, so stop expecting for it to be. We talked yesterday about this being like a road trip, right? You know, overall, you're going to get to your destination, right? We know that we're going to reach our destination, but the trip to the destination is going to have a lot of different things. Lots of different things going on. Lots of different people that we may meet. Lots of different things that we may see. Lots of different experiences that we may have. All serving a purpose. So get over this whole, if it don't feel good to me, if it's not comfortable for me, if it don't look good to me, then I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to move. Well, then you'll never move. Because only uncomfortable things grow. So if you stay in your comfort zone, if you stay in this energy where you're just waiting for everything to coddle you, then you might as well just get comfortable. Pull up a chair, kick your feet back, get you a blankie and lay down. Because you won't be there for a long time. This is not a year for you to play around. This year will give you whatever the fuck you work for. Whatever you work for, you will get. Whatever you strive for, whatever you are determined to accomplish, it will happen for you. This is the year that your life could absolutely change in ways that you've never seen it change before. This is a year where things can happen to you that you never expected in a million years. This is the time for that. But it's not going to happen if you're not moving. Most of the opportunities that come from this year will be unexpected. Most of the opportunities that come from this year will not look like what you're used to. So get the fuck over that. It's not going to be comfortable. Nobody's about to come and rock you to fucking sleep. I don't know what you're waiting on. And you can't keep on trying to make it oh, everybody's hating on me, and oh, it's because of this person, and if it wasn't for this person, if it wasn't for this situation, if it wasn't for this, and if it wasn't for that, then I would have this, and I would have that, and I would be in this place in my life, and I would be in that place in my life. No, the fuck you wouldn't. It don't got shit to do with nobody outside of you. Point blank the fuck period. This is not a year for excuses. All the excuses that you're used to using, all of the bullshitting that you're used to doing, all of the, playing the victim, okay? Because we're not about to act like y'all don't be playing the victim sometimes. We not about to act like that. We not about to sit here and pretend like y'all don't be quick to point that damn finger at somebody or something else or whatever outside of you, as if all of those things have control over you. As if you were at the mercy and at the will of all of these things outside of yourself. That's absolutely fucking ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. You're lying to yourself. For the most part, you're lying to your motherfucking self. You're lying to the people around you. Get the fuck out of here. You not nobody's fucking victim. Victims have no options. Victims have no choice. Victims don't have the ability to get up and change their lives when they want to. Victims don't have the ability to grow whenever they feel like growing, and be different whenever they feel like being different, and changing whenever they feel like changing, and moving up in life whenever the fuck they feel like moving up in life. Victims don't have that ability. Thank you for the gifts. Victims don't have that choice. And you ain't no motherfucking victim. There are literal people out here who can't get the fuck up if they wanted to. They couldn't talk if they wanted to. They couldn't walk if they wanted to. And you sitting here with all of your limbs, full function of your brain, full function of your body, and you telling me that you can't make some shit shake? Come the fuck on. We not doing that. We not doing that. You tricking yourself out your fucking spot. You're tricking yourself out your fucking spot. And a lot of y'all are coming up with shit that's not even fucking happening because you're used to issues. You're used to challenges. You're used to things being hard, whether that's based on your childhood, whether that's based on whatever experiences you had prior to. So you're creating scenarios. You're creating false narratives. Oh, I don't want to take this leap of faith because what if this happens? And, oh, these people probably going to laugh at me. And, oh, these people probably not going to, support me. And, oh, these people probably not going to, be behind me and shop with me or be a client or hire me. None of that shit has happened. How are you creating negatives from things that have not even fucking happened? You're casting the most negative shadow over your future simply with the way that you're thinking, simply with the way that you're moving, simply with the way that you're talking. Y'all speak ill over yourselves and then you act surprised when ill happens. That makes no fucking sense. You talk nasty to yourself and then you act surprised when you can't get shit done. That makes no fucking sense. You crack jokes about your life in the most derogatory and negative way, and then you act surprised when shit don't happen for you. You cannot continue with these horrible habits. At some point, you're going to have to wake the fuck up and choose to speak differently, to walk differently, to talk differently, to approach life in a different manner. And only you can do it. Only you can make that decision. Only you can decide for yourself. Nobody else can come in and make that choice for you. Nobody else is responsible for making it happen for you. So what the fuck are you going to do? Because we got enough victims. We got enough people who can't do for themselves. We got enough of that. And don't nobody want to keep hearing you complain about shit that you have the ability to change. That's annoying as fuck. There's a reason why certain people not answering your phone calls no more. There's a reason why certain people don't want to be around your ass no more. There's a reason why abundance struggles to find you. There's a reason why opportunities seem so distant from you. Because you're negative as hell. If I was abundance, I wouldn't want to come to your negative ass house either. If I was an opportunity, I wouldn't want to meet you nowhere. And we all have our moments where we throw our pity parties. But how fucking long are you going to have a moment? A moment is temporary. You've been in this quote-unquote moment for a very long time. Moments not supposed to last forever. That's why they call moments. And forever is called forever. So how much longer do we got to sit here and watch you cry about the same old shit? And make the same old ass excuses about the same old shit? About how it's hard for you to do this and how it's hard for you to do that and you can't do this and nobody's helping you do this and nobody's supporting you. Who gives a fuck? It's not nobody's responsibility to make it easy for you. I'm confused. Are y'all toddlers? Are you infants? What the fuck? Nobody is in this world just to lay out the red carpet for you. Nobody was born just to make your life easier. And y'all sitting here with audacity and crazy ass expectations. And then you want to put it on people because they have their own lives to live. They got their own shit going on. Or they just don't want to support you. They don't have to. Who the fuck you think you are? That everybody supposed to just drop everything they doing and run to you and make sure that you got support and make sure you're okay and wipe your tears. Who the fuck are you? I'm confused. Anything that anybody does for you is a bonus. And a lot of y'all are not looking at it that way because, again, going back to childhood trauma, you may not have gotten what you needed as a child. The people who were responsible for taking care of you probably didn't take care of you properly. So now you are a grown-ass adult acting like a grown-ass baby with all these expectations from people who are not your parents. If you didn't get it when you was a kid, then you didn't get it. At some point, you got to go heal that. You got to go get that together so that you can move the fuck on. And not be out here with all these crazy ass expectations that you putting on people. People who live in their own goddamn life. What the fuck? Ain't nobody supposed to be sitting around waiting for you to drop something so that they can buy it. To wait for you to post something so they can share it. What the fuck? The entitlement. A lot of y'all are walking around entitled. You feel like the world is supposed to support you because you didn't get the support that you needed. You feel like the world has to have your back before you get up and you make a fucking move. No. No. Stop using society as a crutch and get your ass up and do what you need to do. Or it's never going to get done. Because nobody is going to come into your life and do the work for you. Nobody is about to come into your life and say, hey, don't worry about it. Just sit back. I'm going to go ahead and complete all the challenges for you. I'm going to go ahead and start the business for you. I'm going to go ahead and make all of these things happen for you. And then when I get it all set up, then you can step in. Nobody's fucking doing that for you. That's absolutely insane. That don't even sound right. That don't even make sense. What the hell? Oh, yeah, I pulled out the red carpet and I was sent to your life so that, you know, everything that you need, I'll supply it for you. Oh, you need to heal this? Don't worry about it. I'll heal it for you. Oh, you need to fix this about yourself? Don't worry about it. I'll fix it for you. Ain't nobody fucking doing that. And if that's what you waiting on, then I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Honestly. You're going to be waiting forever. Because ain't nobody coming to save you. And a lot of y'all waiting for a savior. The savior is you. It has always been you. And whenever you realize that, and whenever you get that through your goddamn head, your life will start changing. I was one of those ones, because my mama didn't give me what I thought she should have gave me, because my daddy didn't give me what I thought he could have gave me or should have gave me. I was an adult waiting for somebody to come and save me. I was in relationships thinking that these niggas was going to save me and give me what I needed. And then when they couldn't give me what I needed, because of course they didn't fucking have it, I would sit there and make them the fucking villain. I make them the villain. Now I'm pointing fingers at them. Oh, you didn't do what you supposed to do, and you made me depressed, and you made me this, and you made me that. They didn't make me shit. They didn't make me nothing. All these expectations that you put on people based on what you are supposed to be healing within yourself. Hell no. Ain't nobody motherfucking responsibility to show up and save your life. When you on an airplane, what do they say? If something happened, put the thing on your nose and mouth first, and then you put it on somebody else, if you can. It's called self-preservation. They don't say, hey, help everybody else first and then help yourself. Nobody fucking says that. That don't even make sense. Because how the hell can I help you if I'm gasping for air? If I'm struggling to breathe, how am I going to assist you? Now we both gone and out of here. Now we both looking crazy and being put in a pine box. Nobody is ever going to tell you that because it doesn't make sense. So when you're navigating this life, why are your expectations that people are going to take the goddamn breathing mask off of themselves and give it to you? We all trying to figure this shit out. Especially our generation, we weren't taught certain things. They didn't give us certain things. We didn't have certain knowledge. So we're teaching ourselves shit, forcefully. Some by choice, but most of it is forcefully because we need to know this shit. We trying to save our own lives out here. And you think somebody got time to save you too? Do for you too? Show up for you too? No. Anything that anyone outside of you does for you is a bonus. It is not expected. It is not mandatory. Nobody is mandated to help you do any fucking thing. Nobody is mandated to support you with any fucking thing. This is why we operate in gratitude. Because when people do show up for us, when people do support us, we say thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much because you did not have to do that. You are using your free will to show up for me. This fucking scarf is hurting my head. Period. You're using your fucking free will to show up for me, to help me, to assist me. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to show up for me. You didn't have to support me. You didn't have to help me. You didn't have to do any of these things. But you did it. Why? Because you care about me. Because you love me. Because you wanted to. Point blank the fuck period. Not because it was mandated. Not because it was a necessity. But you did it because you wanted to support. Y'all out here thinking that people are supposed to drop everything and run to your aid. That is insane. And it's selfish as hell. Not only is it insane, it's fucking selfish. You selfish as hell. Selfish as hell. When at any moment, instead of you sitting there and waiting and laying around and waiting, you could have got up and achieved some shit by now. You could have got up and made some shit happen by now. You could have got up and changed your life by now. What the fuck? All that bullshitting around and finger pointing and being a victim and all this bullshit that you're doing, you could have already changed your life by now. You could be halfway to the next motherfucking destination by now. Nobody's coming to save you. I really want y'all to get that. Nobody's coming to your aid. I really want you to get that. And when Spirit do send you people to support you, don't act like they owe you anything. Don't feel no type of way when they take a moment for themselves. When they can't answer the phone. Y'all mad at certain people because they can't answer the phone for you right now. Man, listen. Because they not texting you back like they used to. And they not talking to you like they used to. And they not sitting on the fucking phone with you like they used to. And you got the nerve to have a goddamn attitude. Calling people fake. And people don't really show up for you. And when you down and you really going through, that's when people really show you if they care for you or not. And people really showing their true colors. Because I'm going through it right now, and all the people that I showed up for, they not showing up for me. Are they supposed to? Are they supposed to show up for you? They supposed to just drop everything that they got going on. You think that when you start going through something, the whole world stop? When you're being challenged, the whole world has to stop and be like, oh, wait a minute. I feel like this person is going through something. I know that I'm dealing with my shit over here, but let me stop and check in on this person. Let me make sure that they're okay. Let me go wipe their butt and get the crust out their eyes and wash their face for them and help them brush their teeth. And, even though I got my own shit over here, even though I'm struggling to survive, let me stop everything I'm doing to make sure that they're all right. That's not how this shit go. And that's not to say that people should not be supportive. I'm not even going to say should. That people cannot be supportive to you when you're going through things. But it's not mandatory. Especially if they got their own fucking life. And everybody is struggling right now. I don't care where anybody is in life. I don't care how much money they got. I don't care what type of job they work in. I don't care what type of relationship they in. I don't care how many kids they got. I don't care if they're married or single. I don't give a fuck. Everybody's going through it right now. Everybody is working to be better. Everybody is being challenged in some type of way, shape, or form. It is selfish. It makes no sense. It is crazy to think that anybody's supposed to stop what they're doing to make you feel better. Thank you for the gifts, love. Absolutely diabolical to think that everything is supposed to stop. Period. If they can't show up for you, then they will. If they can't, then they fucking can't. Because if you going through something, would you be able to stop everything and make sure that person is okay all the time and check on them 24/7 and sit on the phone whenever they call? Fuck no. You going through your own shit. You trying to process your own life and figure shit out for yourself. You don't got time to be doing all of them check-ins and checkups and all that shit. If you really supposed to be cool with somebody, if you really locked in with somebody, you cannot talk to that person for a couple days and it still should be the fucking same. Should nothing change. I'm taking me a week. I'm taking me a couple weeks. Hell, I might need to take a month and step the fuck back for a second. And if you're an adult, you can communicate that. Hey, best friend. Hey, this person. Hey, that person. Look, I'm taking a little moment for about a month. I need me like a month to just reset and get my shit together. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing against you. You ain't did shit. It's not nothing like that. I just got some things that I need to process. I got some things that, I got some things going on that I need to deal with. I'll go into detail another date. But as for now, I'm going to take this little hiatus. I hit you when I'm back in a place where I'm good. That's how adults move. That's how people who are wise move. It's It's simple as that. It's called communication. And if that person really fuck with you, they can be like, okay, no problem. Take your time. Shit, take as long as you need. I understand. Do what you need to do. If that's the person that really fuck with you. And if you really fuck with them, then you gonna communicate that. Some of y'all is way too grown to be ghosting people. Or having attitudes with people when they communicate that they need some time to their fucking self. You're too fucking grown. At what point do you learn how to communicate properly? At what point do you learn that nobody owes you their time and their energy and their effort and their support? And if they choose for a moment to withdraw that, they are completely entitled to do so. Period. It's selfish to think that people are supposed to show up for you 24/7. And it also takes the responsibility and the accountability off of you to show up for yourself. When we get used to everybody showing up for us and stepping in for us and assisting us and helping us, you don't have any type of accountability. Thank you for the gifts. You don't have any type of responsibility. You basically a fucking toddler. You're a child. Accountability is one of the most important processes that we have to go through on a daily basis. Accountability is not monthly. It's not weekly. It's not when you feel like it, when it's comfortable for you, to you. You know what I'm saying? It's not every other year or, whenever you feel like it, whenever you're in the mood. You got to be accountable whether you feel like it or not, whether you want to or not, whether it's comfortable for you or not, whether it looks good or not. It don't fucking matter. You are responsible for the trajectory of your life. You're responsible. I'm not responsible. They not responsible. We not responsible. You responsible. So if nothing happens, it's because you ain't make shit happen. If you don't grow, it's because you didn't try. You didn't do what was necessary. And again, get out of this mentality thinking that everything is supposed to be comfortable and it's supposed to feel good. That's what a lot of y'all are fucking up at. The moment shit is not comfortable for you, the moment it don't feel good, you automatically assume that everything is going wrong. Playing the victim card. Crying, snotting, and nobody does this for me, and nobody does that for me, and it's hard and it's difficult, and I went through this in my childhood, and I went through that in my childhood, and this happened to me, and that happened to me, and okay, what the fuck you want us to do about it? You still gotta get the fuck up and make something shake. We all dealing with traumas. In some type of way, shape, or form. We all dealing with something that we didn't fucking ask for. Or situation we put ourselves in. And we dealing with the repercussions of them fucking actions. We all got something that we gotta fucking deal with. Every day. Some things are easier than others. But it doesn't defeat the fact that you still have to deal with some shit. Again, accountability shows up every day. In some type of way, shape, or form, you're going to have to be accountable for something. For your attitude, for the way that you talking, for the way that you walking, for the way that you acting. For the things that you're not doing. For procrastinating, for self-doubt, for lack of self-worth. Whatever the fuck it is, there's something every day that you got to look yourself in the motherfucking mirror and be like, I need to do better. I need to do better in this particular area of my life. I need to try harder. I need to push it to the next level. Something. I should have woke up earlier. I should have went to sleep earlier. I should have took this more seriously. I should have done what I was supposed to do. I should have gave this my all. I should have tried harder. I should have studied more. I should have locked in more. I shouldn't have said that. I did have an attitude. I did cuss that person out. I did take the easy way out. I did ignore my intuition. All of that is accountability. All of that is accountability. And some days are easier than others. But it doesn't, diminish the fact that you still got to do it. Whether it's hard or not, whether it's difficult or not, whether it's taxing to your energy or not. Because every day you're not going to wake up and feel like being accountable. Every day you're not going to wake up and feeling like, making the right decision. Sometimes making the wrong decision feels better. Sometimes cussing a motherfucker out feels better. Okay? Sometimes being ain't shit feels better. It takes a strong person to be a good person. You got to understand that. It takes a strong person to be a good person. Because it's easier to be an ain't shit ass person. It's easier to be a bad person. It's easier to be a negative person. Only strong people become good people. Anybody can be an asshole. Anybody can be a bum. Anybody can operate out of stupidity. That's easy. Anybody can do that. But it takes a strong person to be like, you know what? I'm going to do something different. You know what? I'm not going to approach that situation like I usually do. You know what? I'm going to challenge myself and get out of my comfort zone. You know what? I'm tired of waking up and living the same life. Meeting the same type of people. Having the same type of reality. Actually, I don't want to live this life like this no more. I want to do something different. I want to be different. I want to walk different. I want to talk different. I want to show up differently. I want to be a different mother. I want to be a different father. I want to be a different friend. I want to be a different uncle, a different auntie, a different grandparent. I want to be a different version of myself, a better version of myself. That's not an easy thing to fucking do. It's not an easy choice to make. Is it necessary? Hell fucking yeah. Abso-fucking-lutely is necessary if you want to reach the destinations that you have in mind. Now, again, if you want to be a bum, it's easy to be a bum. It's easy to keep doing the same shit over and over and over and over and over again. Getting into the same type of relationships over and over and over again. That's easy. That's the easy part. That don't take no effort. That don't take no work. That don't take no thought. You just do it. Like Nike. You just get up and do it. Just get up and be a bum. Just get up and be ain't shit. And some of y'all have gotten way too comfortable being bums. Gotten way too comfortable being ain't shit. And you don't want to look yourself in the mirror and admit that you ain't shit. That you a bum right now. That you don't got no motion. Not because you can't. Not because you have to be ain't shit, but because you're choosing it. You're either choosing to be great or you're choosing to be a bum. And if you're choosing to not do shit, then that is you choosing to be a bum. Because bums don't do shit. So you have the ability right now at this portion of your life, especially with this year. This is a 9-year. I've been telling y'all about 9 years. Or the value of a 9-year, or the meaning or the importance of a 9-year. Since last year, since 2024, we've been talking about this. 9 years are all about completion. It's all about endings. It's all about preparing for new. Period. So what are you going to do? That's the question. What are you going to do? You going to take advantage of this year and push yourself and get out your comfort zone and do some shit that you never did before? Do some shit that the people in your family never even did before. That's the gag. It's not just you. It's a whole generation of people before you that have never pushed it to the limit. They've never tried as hard as they could. They never put forth their best foot or their greatest effort. And that's probably where you learned that bullshit from. But you have an opportunity to be different, to show up differently, to create a different standard for your bloodline. And everybody want to pop this, oh, I'm a generational curse breaker shit. But breaking generational curses is not an easy thing. And it damn sure ain't a comfortable thing. It damn sure ain't something that you just do all willy-nilly. Absolutely not. If anything, it's the hardest thing to do. It's one of the hardest challenges and lifestyles to take on, is to be a generational curse breaker. Especially because of the fact that there are certain curses that we don't even know exist until we run up on it. Till it finds you. And you minding your business in your life, going about your daily life, and all of a sudden you're presented with a challenge that triggers something so deep within your energy, and you like, what the fuck is this? What the hell is going on here? What did I just stumble across? Yeah. Something that your great somebody left over. And here come you minding your business, and you stumble right into that goddamn hole. And you got to get yourself the fuck up out of it. Not only for you, but for the people who are coming after you. Remember, we not doing this shit for the people who came before us. They already done came and gone. They already done had their experiences. They already done had opportunities to try to get it right. And hell, if they still living, they still got an opportunity to get it right. But it's not your motherfucking responsibility. Everything that you're doing is for the people who come after you. The generations that come from you or from other people in your bloodline. That's who you're doing this shit for. Your grandmama, grandpapa, your mama and your daddy, they their own responsibility. You're not healing for them. Now, through you healing, maybe them seeing you heal might spark an interest for them to get their lives together, but that's not guaranteed. And a lot of y'all are wasting so much time trying to heal these relationships with these people instead of prioritizing healing the relationships with yourself first. Shadow work and childhood trauma healing don't mean I'm going to go bombard my parents with all of the shit that they did to me. No, it means introspection first. Where am I? Who am I? How am I affected? What affected me? What's wrong with me? What's going on with me? What are my traumas? What are my triggers? Do I have boundaries set up? Do I have non-negotiables? What the fuck is going on? What am I supposed to be doing in my life? What is my life purpose? All those questions need to be answered first. And then you can move on to some other shit. Then you can go try to have a conversation with them people. Try. Because there's no guarantee that they're going to be ready to have no conversation with you about that shit. It's no guarantee that they're going to accept their faults. And thank you for everybody that sent gifts. You can reload your gifts. I believe you can reload your gifts through the app now. But yeah, this is a gift-based community, so we definitely appreciate all of the gifts from those who are able to. Community, so we definitely appreciate all of the gifts from those who are able to. Hell yeah, it's a long journey. Give an example of a non-negotiable. If you put your hands on me, that's it. You only got one time to do it. That's a non-negotiable. It's a non-negotiable. I don't negotiate with people who put their motherfucking hands on people. I don't care if you just met me. I don't care if you just stumbled across me. I don't care if we two strangers. I don't care if I known you for 13 years, 20 years, 40 years. The moment you do some shit like that, your ass is grass. Non-negotiable. There's nothing to negotiate. There is no chances. There is no conversation. There is no nothing to talk about. That's non-negotiable. Thank you for the gift, babe. There is no conversation. There is no nothing to talk about. That's non-negotiable. Thank you for the gift, babe. Okay? Non-negotiables are things that you will not tolerate no matter what. No matter what, no matter who, no matter how many times. It's a one and done type of thing. You cheat on me, that's a non-negotiable. Ain't nothing for us to talk about. Ain't nothing for us to work the fuck out. Now, everybody's non-negotiables are different. That's why you got to figure out what yours are. Based on your life, based on what you want your life to look like, based on your expectations, based on, what you've been through and where you are now. Thank you for the gift. You got to figure that shit out for yourself. And that's a part of going through shadow work. Shadow work teaches you or opens up the door for you to figure out, okay, this is who I am. And based on who I am, this is what I want my life to look like. Based on who I am, this is what I will and will not tolerate. Based on who I am, this is the type of moves that I will make and the type of things that I will stay away from. Shadow work teaches you about you. That's why it's called shadow work. What lies in the shadows of your energy? The things that aren't easily seen. The things that, you have to kind of dig for. It's not the surface level things. Okay? Are you where you want to be? Absolutely not. I'm where I'm supposed to be right now. But this is not my destination. Absolutely not. Nothing is holding me back from being where I want to be. It's a journey. It's a journey. And whenever we reach a certain destination in life or we accomplish another goal, there's always another goal. There's always another, level that we can take it to. So it's nothing holding me back. It's a part of the process. My purpose is private. My purpose is private. Everybody's purpose is private. That's something that you and your spirit team know. You know what you're here to do. You know what you're supposed to be doing. And you execute that. That's not something that you should be sharing with any and everybody. That's information that you know. And you stick to it. You apply pressure based on whatever that is. But it takes you going within for you to figure that out. That's not something that's going to just be laying on top of the surface and something that you just wake up, be like, oh, no, you got to go figure that shit out. Analyzing yourself, analyzing your past experiences, recovering from traumas, every day you get more detailed in what your purpose is. Thank you for the gift, babe. You know what I'm saying? If you keep it private, it will never come to pass. That's not true. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I don't need to know your purpose just for you to accomplish your purpose. Your purpose has nothing to do with me, so I don't need to know it. It has nothing to do with me. The people who are on your path for you to align with, you will align with as long as you are operating within alignment. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You want to align with those people regardless. As long as I know that I'm operating in my purpose, then things will continue to align for me. The minute that I operate outside of my purpose, then things will stop aligning for me. That's for everybody. But your purpose is not a conference call. You know what I'm saying? Your purpose is not something that everybody around you needs to know just for you to fulfill it. No. That's not how that works. That's not how alignment works anyway. Yeah, I don't know where you getting that, no. Your purpose is private. You knowing the details of your purpose is a private thing. Period. It's like a mission. If I'm on a mission, they're going to tell me what my mission is in private, and I'm going to go execute the mission. The people who are supposed to be a part of that mission will be a part of that mission. They don't need to know what my mission is for them to be an active part of it. Period. Your purpose is living your truth. That's not what all that a purpose is. Because living your truth looks differently for everybody. That's why everybody has a different life purpose. Being true to yourself aligns with whatever you're supposed to be doing. But getting into the details of what you're supposed to be doing is not nobody's business. You're just supposed to do it. And as long as you know it and as long as you're executing it, that's all that matters. Nothing else matters. Spirituality is not an announcement. Living in your spirituality, living in your purpose is not an announcement. That doesn't make sense. That's not how that goes. Absolutely. Living in your truth gets you to your purpose. Absolutely. Your purpose is a part of your truth. They go together. But that doesn't mean that you need to share with anybody. You're talking about if people don't know, then you're not going to know. People don't need to know nothing. People don't need to know shit. Y'all talk too much. That's one of the issues of this generation and of where we are right now as a collective. People talk too fucking much. Y'all tell people way too fucking much about yourself, about what you're supposed to be doing, about your life, about where you're headed, about where you're going. Y'all talk too damn much, and then you wonder why shit don't happen. You are inviting all of these energies into something that is for you to know, for you to find out, for you to align with. Shut up. Stop telling everybody every damn thing. You don't owe nobody no explanation. When y'all get something, you quick to post it. Stop fucking posting every goddamn thing. I said this before. Who are you posting it for? Who are you doing it for? Because social media is about you showing other people what you got going on. So if you're truly happy with what you got, then you don't need to fucking talk about it. Period. Malcolm talked too much. Martin Luther King talked too much, but they were pioneers. You're conflicting two points that don't coincide with each other. No. And if you want to use those two people as examples, what the fuck happened to them? All that talking that they did and telling everybody every fucking thing, where are they now? You proving a damn point. You shouldn't be saying every fucking thing. Certain things you keep under wraps until it is ready. It's like a baby. We don't grow babies outside of the womb. We don't grow babies on display. Babies aren't created on display. It's not in a glass case and you can see every single time they grow and every single time a bone is made and every single time a joint is connected and every single time a brain cell is created and their spinal cord is aligned. You don't see all of that. That happens behind closed doors. And when it is time for that baby to be displayed and shown to other people, when they are fully ready to move on to the next phase, then they come. Then they're shown to the world. Then we have birth. The issue is a lot of people are in a stage where they're trying to create. You can't create with 1,000 eyes on you. You can't create with a whole bunch of people in your goddamn business. It's impossible. It's not going to happen. Especially when we're talking about energy. Everybody's not on the same page as you in your creation time. Everybody don't see the vision that you see. They're not going to the places that you're going. They don't understand why you even moving the way you moving. If we could see what was going on inside the womb, we would probably stop it at a certain point. If we with our human eyes could see what was going on with that baby inside the womb from the time that they were an embryo all the way to 9 months, at some point throughout them 9 months, we'd be like, hold up, this not looking good. The baby look deformed. Something ain't right. This ain't it. We will try to stop that process because it doesn't look right. It doesn't sound right. We're not used to that. That's how it looks when you introduce all of these fucking eyeballs to the shit that you're creating. Somebody think that shit don't look right. Somebody think that shit don't sound right. Somebody think that shit don't make no goddamn sense. Somebody don't know how that is even going to work. So you're opening up what you're trying to create to all of these eyes and ears and opinions. Nothing is going to happen if that's what's going on. Period. Get your foundation created first. And then when it's time for you to introduce those things to the world, then you do so. There's a time and a place. But the beginning stages and the foundational building stages is not the time nor the place to have all of these people in your goddamn business. What or who do you believe in? What do you mean? This is not a religious space. So if that's what you're asking, then no. This is not a religious space. Most of the time when you're on your path, the people around you don't understand what you're doing. Absolutely. And they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to. That's why you don't share it. Because you're introducing people who are not supposed to get it into your process. And then when they don't get it, now you feeling some type of way about what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Now you're questioning yourself. At one point you was, following your intuition and you going with your gut and you got these ideas and you're trying to make this happen and you want to make that happen and all of these different things. And then the minute that you introduce somebody to it and you show somebody what you got going on, now you in your head. Now you're doubting yourself. Now you're questioning it. Because them opinions then came into your head and now you don't know which way to go. Even as you move forward, now you got doubt. Now you worried. Now you're like, I don't know. No, everybody is probably not like that, but because you don't know what people are thinking. You don't know the energy that people will send. That's why you shut up until it's time. So that you don't run the risk of having the wrong energies, the wrong eyes, the wrong ears, the wrong people, intertwine with your shit that you're trying to create, that you're trying to start, that you're trying to establish. The people that you think will support you and be happy for you and be like, oh, that's a good idea, be the main ones that got some shit to say and don't think you should do that. The closer they are to you, the more that they feel like they know you, the more they feel like they know what's best for you. No, you keep everybody out your shit. Unless it's the people who have to be involved. So if I'm starting a business and I got a business partner, only me and the damn business partner need to know what the fuck going on. Period. Nobody else need to know. Ain't none of their fucking business. What you mean? What about your followers? My followers don't. Anybody who follows me, anybody who's a part of my community, y'all know you don't know shit until I announce it. Anybody who's been a part of my community for however long, since the beginning, whatever. Anytime Poca do something, you don't know until Poca say, hey, this is what we doing. I'm not coming on here like, hey, do you guys think that this is a good idea if we do this? And I'm sitting here thinking about, writing this book. And I'm sitting here thinking about, creating this thing. And, I'm sitting here, fuck no, I don't do that. Hell no, why the fuck would I do that? No, I'm just going to fucking do it. And whoever's supposed to support it will support it when it comes time for that thing to be supported. Whoever aligns with it will align with it when it comes time for me to display it to the world. Our problem is we feel like everybody is supposed to support it and everybody is supposed to align with it and everybody is supposed to think that this is a great idea and everybody is supposed to purchase and everybody's supposed to book it. Everybody's supposed to be a part of it. No. Thank you for the gifts, babe. Absolutely not. Everything that you do has people who will align with it. Already set in place. That's why you have to follow your intuition, because your intuition knows that those people will be in alignment when you're ready. But you got to do the fucking work. You're looking for the support to come first. The support is not going to come first. You doing the work comes first. You making it happen comes first. You setting the foundation and setting shit in stone comes first. That's first step. And then after you get the foundation, after you cultivated whatever it is you're supposed to cultivate, then when you announce it to the world, then when you put it out there, the people who are supposed to align with it, they will. Even when I would do my lives before, I would look at the numbers all the time, be like, oh, I feel like my numbers should be bigger, and I feel like I should have this type of audience, and I feel like people this many people should be liking it, and this many people should be showing up, and this many people should be supporting. And eventually Spirit had to check me like, girl, the people who supposed to see it, they saw it. The people that's supposed to be affected by it, they were affected. Who are you to say it was supposed to be this many more people? No, it was supposed to be people it was supposed to fucking be. That's that. It was supposed to be whoever showed up. It was supposed to be whoever saw it. It was supposed to be whoever saw the reading, saw the video, saw the live, tuned in, watch whatever, learn whatever. It was supposed to be them. And as long as they got it, mission accomplished. Who are you to say who is supposed to be a part of your mission? You don't fucking know. Hell yeah, if you got it, you got it. If it was for you, it was for you. If it wasn't, it wasn't. If you missed it, you missed it. That's just how this shit goes. We have gotten so obsessed with quantity over quality. It's never been about quantity. And society has gotten us into this whole numbers thing. How many likes, how many comments, how many shares, how many views, how many people support, how many people buy, how many people do this, how many people do that. Everything has turned into how many, how much, instead of who was affected, who gained something from this, who benefited from this, whose lives was changed because of this. Fuck how many. Because when you're operating your purpose, however many show up is what you needed. However many book and buy and purchase and support and do whatever, that's who was supposed to. And you don't know what that can lead to. It only takes one. It only takes one thing for your life to change. It's never taking a 1,000 and 100 and 1,000,000. It takes one person, one thing, one opportunity, one choice, one decision, one shift of perspective, one lifestyle change, one routine change, one time trusting your intuition. It only takes one for your life to change. Period. Not 1,000. You don't need 1,000 people to change your life. You don't need 1,000 people to solidify who you are and establish what you're supposed to be doing. It takes one. One thing will change your life. One opportunity will change your life. One open door will change your life. One yes and 1,000,000 no's. That's just how that should go. And when you stop worrying about how many and you start worrying about who, your life will change. Your perspective will change. You'll stop stressing so motherfucking much. You know what I'm saying? You'll stop fucking stressing. God has a plan for everybody. Everybody has a destiny. I'm not going to say God has a plan for everybody. I'm going to say everybody has a destiny. We all have something that we're here to do. We all have a mission to complete here in this realm. We all do. There's something for all of us to accomplish here. And our job is to stay persistent Stay determined. Stay patient. Paying attention until we complete that thing. Well, I can't say for sure if we don't complete it, we don't come back. Because that's not true for everybody. Some souls didn't complete their mission here and they didn't come back. There's no, one way of things. Some souls just, they don't come back. This realm is not mandatory. I'm going to say it like that. This is not a mandatory realm. You don't have to come here. Your soul does not have to be here. It just doesn't. So if you do come here, then yeah, there are things that you have to do. There are things that, are set up for you to accomplish. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a choice. We as a soul, you have free will. So you're not mandated to do shit. You are a part of infinite energy. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Now here, if you come here, there are things that happen here. This is a realm. This realm has rules. Period. If you want to live a life, you have to come in a human body. That's a rule. That's mandatory. You can be here as a soul, but you won't be able to live a life here. Each realm has its own set of things that are required for that realm. This realm has a set of rules. This realm has a set of, laws that it operates under. But when you return back to the spiritual realm as a soul, you have free will. You can go wherever you please. But the places that you go have their own set of laws. So you don't have to be nowhere. You don't have to go nowhere. You don't have to do shit. But if you do choose to go somewhere, if you do choose to, become a part of whatever other reality, there are certain laws that you do have to abide by in order to stay in that reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to have a heart that pumps to be here. That's not a choice. I have to have blood in my veins to be here. That's not a choice. I gotta have a brain to be here. That's not a choice. That's non-negotiable. It is what it is. If I want to live a human experience, I have to have those things. That's what comes with this human experience. But it's like a video game. If I play the video game and I don't beat the game, that don't mean that I have to come back and play the game again. Now, if I do choose to come back and play the game, the mission is the same. I still gotta, complete whatever missions I didn't complete. But if I be like, you know what, fuck this game, and I put the controller down, the controller is down. The game is down, the controller is down. I don't have to do shit. Because I have free will. Now, if I get up and I get back on that game again, even if I wait 5, 10, 15, 20 years, the minute I pick up that game again, that mission is still that mission. There's nothing I can do about that. That's what this realm is. Some souls choose to come back, some souls don't. Mission complete or not. If they come back, then the mission is there waiting for them. If they don't, then they fucking don't. Absolutely. You have to forget when you come back into this realm. Yes. There's certain laws and rules that are in each realm. Some require certain things, some don't. Some require other things that others don't. It depends on where you are, where you go. That's like even like when you quote unquote dream, right? When we dream, we leave our bodies, right? The soul goes back to the astral realm and it goes to whatever other realm it wants to go to. Each dream that you have, for the most part, is different. But some dreams that you have, you're in the same environment. It's the same environment. So it'd be the same people, be the same house, the same car, the same whatever. There's similarities there because it's the same realm. You're going back to a realm that you've been to before. All of those things are already established. But you as the soul move in and out of those places based on what you want to do, based on free will. But there's certain things that you have to do to remove yourself from those realms. Like for you to leave this realm, you gotta unalive. What we would deem being unalived or passing away. That's the only way you can leave. You will have to detach from this body completely. They call it the silver cord. You have to cut the silver cord. That means you do not come back to this body. You are forever away from this vessel. And you can't get the same vessel twice. You may be similar, but it won't be the same exact vessel. May have some similarities, but it won't be the same vessel. But you got to leave this motherfucker. That's the only way you can go. That's for this realm. I can't speak consciously for the other realms because consciously I'm not aware. But for this realm, that's the only way you can leave this motherfucker. And that's the same for plants. That's the same for animals. That's the same for books. It don't fucking matter. If any of those things want to leave, they can only leave through passing away. That's it. Reincarnation is when you decide to come back here. So the soul reincarnates. The soul makes another trip back. It starts another lifetime. That's all reincarnation is. I came back here to either try it again or to just fuck around. I can either come here on mission or I can come here and fuck around. Even being here with the mission is a choice. Some souls just come back here to just not do shit. They have no purpose. They just want to be here. They don't really care. And that's why I tell y'all you can't save everybody. Because most of our missions, if you are quote unquote a chosen one or a star seed or whatever you want to go by, generational curse breaker, right? You're here on mission. You're here for a purpose. You accepted some type of calling and you was like, okay, I'm going to come down here not only to do some soul work, but also to help out other souls. Okay, cool. You can't save everybody because everybody don't want to be saved. And everybody's not supposed to be saved because everybody not here to be saved or to do anything, purposeful. Yeah, we would call them bots or NPCs. But some of them are conscious. Bots and NPCs usually are not necessarily conscious beings. But you have some people who are conscious who they don't give a fuck. They know that they here, but they don't want to do shit. They just want to fuck around and get cars and money and do dumb shit. They don't really care about a purpose or, living a certain type of life. They don't give a fuck. They're not here for all that. And you can tell by the way that they act. They know those people know what they're supposed to be doing and they purposely do not do it. Or know what the right thing to do would be, but they don't give a fuck. They'll take themselves out because they know that they can leave. I don't gotta be here. So I'm going to go and do a whole bunch of crash out shit and a whole bunch of wild ass shit. And then I'm just going to leave. They don't give a fuck. So that's why I say it's not your job to save everybody. It's not your job to get everybody on the same page as you. It's not your job to be the savior and, convert everybody and help everybody, get a a clear perspective on life. Like, no, you will be wasting your breath, because there's people who are determined to not be shit. Like, you will be wasting your goddamn breath. You will be just annoyed with the whole world. It just, you know what I'm saying? They don't care. They don't give a fuck. You think some people don't have an essence, which is a soul, like walking empty vessels? Well, those are what we would call NPCs or bots, right? Those are people who don't necessarily have a soul. You have to have I would say a spirit and a soul is different, right? I feel like a soul is more so astral, right? But a spirit would be what you would need to occupy this realm, right? To be quote unquote alive. If that makes sense. So I feel like some people have a spirit, right? Which is enough for them to sustain life here and have an experience. But they don't necessarily have consciousness, which I think the soul would represent. The soul to me will represent consciousness. They don't really have consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if y'all remember, it was at one point, it was like a little trend on here. And motherfuckers was on here talking about they don't have no inner monologue. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no voice in their head. Those are NPCs. Yes, exactly. They just have breath. Those are just NPCs. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They was like, yeah, I don't hear nothing in my head. I don't hear this and I don't hear that and blah blah blah, and you know, it's just empty up there. Those people probably just have a quote unquote spirit, where it's just they just have breath enough to sustain life. That's it. But they don't have consciousness. Souls have consciousness. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can see a lot of people out here just doing shit. They don't have no remorse. They don't feel no type of way about it. They just be doing shit. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a conscious. Your conscious gives you good or bad. You know, evil and good, evil and great. You know what I'm saying? Your consciousness is what gives you perspective and accountability and, you know, forethought, intuition. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. If you don't have that, then you don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people will say, oh, that's why you need religion to tell you what's good or bad. Like, no. People can sit in church all day, and if they don't have a consciousness, they don't give a fuck. It don't matter. None of that shit matters. Like, they don't fucking know. They can't conceptualize evil or good. To them, it's all the same. It's just action. You know what I'm saying? To them, it's just fucking action. They just get up and do shit. This is what I want to do today, and I'm going to do it. Simple as that. There's no wisdom. There's no knowledge. There's no pursuit of life or pursuit of, you know, or execution of goals or none of that. They don't give a fuck. They're just here to you know, to just be, to fill in space. Literally. And if we get deeper in it, you know, when we talk about extraterrestrials, there were extraterrestrials who made those type of people. They didn't have the and this one we get into neuromelanin, right? Everybody don't have neuromelanin. Simple as that. Neuromelanin aids to your consciousness, right? Neuromelanin aids to the pineal gland. Everybody don't possess that. So you had these extraterrestrials who created their own version of mankind, quote unquote, right? Or I would say mankind, because we are not mankind. Humans, H-U-E, humans, that's what, you know, we will be labeled. But mankind, no. Neanderthals, those are they're made entirely different. That's somebody else. trying to recreate something that they couldn't create because they didn't have the essence to work with, aka consciousness, aka the soul. So there's a lot of these motherfuckers that they made that don't possess what we possess. I'm gonna say it like that. So they do what the fuck they do. They act the way they act. And read between the lines. If you know, you know. But that's where we get the whole Anunnaki story. That's where we get the whole creation story. You know what I'm saying? That's where all that shit come from. Because you have humans or extraterrestrials. Because if you have neuromelanin, you are an extraterrestrial. This is not your this is not your home. You're not from here. Okay? This is not your destination. This is a pit stop on the journey. I'll say it like that. And because those spirits can't escape. Remember, spirits don't have the same essence as a soul. So they can't escape this realm. They're here forever. Because they can't escape, they created certain energy weapons, energy sources that confuse the souls when it's time for them to leave. And that's why some people reincarnate. Everybody don't reincarnate by choice. Some people are forcefully reincarnated because they get confused when it's time to leave this motherfucker. There's certain things that are holding certain souls here, which is why we have awakenings, which is why you have people like myself and others who come back to teach people the correct way, the correct knowledge, so that when it is time for you to leave, you can get the fuck from here and not come back. Exactly. Everybody's not going to get this shit, though. Especially if you just starting your journey or if you've never heard none of this shit before. A lot of this information comes from the Akashic records. You're going to have to meditate. You're going to have to tap in with your spirit team to really understand this shit for real. And to be led to the right information and knowledge. But a lot of us came here, when we talk about saving souls, that's what that is. That's why they say in the Bible, Jesus is going to come back and take his people with him. That's just a metaphor for consciousness. Those who are conscious, those who are aware, those who are enlightened will come back and save those who may still be asleep consciously. The soul is in them, but they're under this spell. So you come back so that you can wake them up or help or aid with the awakening. Put the information out there. Like, I don't wake anybody up, but I put the information out there, and it will trigger something in your soul, in your being. And once that thing is triggered, that's it. You can't go back to sleep once that eye is open. Exactly. The conscious beings leaving this planet and governing over the ones who can't leave. Well, yeah, the ones who made it out, this is when we get into ancestors, right? Our ancestors are souls who made it out, and they're guiding you subconsciously or intuitively from the astral realm. Then you also have the ones who came back to, again, help and assist. Well, all souls have intuition. Intuition is nothing more than communication from the higher self to the earthly body, the earthly brain. So it's getting the information from the spiritual to the physical body. So you as a soul, you as the higher self is within this body, but sometimes it takes a little extra for those messages to be communicated. You know what I'm saying? Because the brain, I'm not going to say the human brain, but the earthly brain is very powerful. right? Because it controls what's going on here. And if you're here, then you need that to be able to do what you need to do. However, it is an earthly vessel, it is a physical thing. We are spiritual beings. So when you need to bridge the gap between the spiritual and the physical, that's where the intuition steps in. The soul will send signals to the earthly body through things like your gut, the hairs on your body, the tingling feelings that you feel, the sensations, through your nervous system, which is your electrical system, which is your energy system of the body. That's where Kundalini comes into place. Kundalini is the energy raising through the 33 vertebrae and connecting with the pineal gland, which means that you are in direct alignment and connection with the higher self, with the soul, with the spiritual realm. The body is in direct connection with the higher self, with the spiritual realm. Yeah, you can't turn that shit off. Once you've activated, you're activated. It is what the fuck it is. It's like them glow sticks. Once you crack that damn glow stick, that shit is going to glow. You can't turn it off. There's not no button. You can't undo it. You can't shake it, and there's nothing you can fucking do. Yeah, absolutely. So the goal is to become. That's why meditation is important, because meditation helps you start to merge the body and the soul, so they can become one being here, so that you can download whatever messages you need from the astral realm, from the spiritual realm, and then therefore accomplish whatever you're supposed to accomplish here in the physical world. But they took spirituality from us, which is how we learn to make that connection and build that relationship. And they distracted you with religion, with the foods that we eat, the water that we drink, you know what I'm saying, the television, the distractions on TV, the musical frequencies. All of those things were put in place to keep the soul and the body from becoming one. Well, the purpose of meditating is to focus on one thought. It's not to clear your head, right? And we were supposed to do our lesson on crystals and meditation yesterday, but I'm going to do it on Monday. So tune in Monday. I'm going to go deeper into meditation, because that's one of the things that is very important for us to understand. It is one of the most useful tools for you to connect the body and the soul. I'll be live around, for the lesson, it'll be around like 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Between 3 and 4:30 p.m. So as long as you following and you got your live notifications on, you should see it. And then of course subscribe to my YouTube, because all my lives are posted there for anybody to watch it back. It'll be on Monday. I'll do that lesson on Monday. I'm going live tomorrow, but we'll do a reading tomorrow. And Sunday we'll do a reading. But Mondays and Wednesdays is when I do my lessons. But yeah, meditation is key. Why do people compare meditation to prayer? So prayer is more religious, because you're directing it towards what you think the power is outside of yourself. Meditation is connecting to the power inside of you. So prayer is more focused to things outside of you, powers outside of you, or who you think has power outside of you. Meditation is connecting to the power within, connecting to the soul. And the soul, of course, is connected directly to the astral realm, to the spiritual realm. So when you connect with your soul, you're connecting with all that there is. You're connecting with infinite energy. I talk to God when I pray. I clear my mind when I meditate. Well, that depends on, again, what you think God is. If you think God is outside of you, then it makes sense to pray. But spiritual beings, we don't think that God is outside of us. We know that we are God, that God is energy. and the purest energy is within you. So I don't have to talk to anything outside of me. I just have to connect with the real me, the true me, which is the higher self, which is the soul. Absolutely. Yeah, you are God. You are a physical depiction of God. If God was a physical being, it would be you. That's basically what that shit means. That's what the whole God and Jesus thing is. That was just to show you that God is a higher self, the soul, pure energy, and Jesus was the physical depiction of that. That's why they say the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, that's the same fucking thing. That's why they say it's all the same person. Yeah, because you got the physical body, you got the soul, and then you got the higher self. It's all the same shit. And you are all of those things when you're here. Now, when you leave here, you don't have the physical body anymore. You go back to being energy. Energy is not physical unless it is slowed down. So slow moving energy is the physical realm. That's why we can touch things here. That's why you can see people. That's why you can touch people. Things are tangible because it's slowed down. This is a very slow realm. It's a lower vibration. Anything that is physical is of a lower vibration. The faster it moves, you can't see it. I don't know if y'all ever seen that depiction of like, they was like driving a car and the car was going back and forth. And then it went back and forth so fast that now you can't see it. It's like my hand right now, my finger, right? My finger is slowed down so you can see it. It's physical, right? But the faster I move it, you don't see my finger. And if I could move it super fast, you wouldn't see anything, right? Because the energy is moving too quick. That's what it looks like. So if you can see it physically, it is at a lower vibration. It's at a slower pace. The faster it moves, it becomes quote unquote invisible. To the naked eye, you can't see that shit. It requires the spiritual eye, which is your third eye. Your third eye can see those things. The soul, that's the soul's eye, right? You got two physical eyes for the body, and then you have the soul's eye, which is a pineal gland. Meditation allows you to activate the soul's eye. That's why you can do things called astral projecting, where you can leave the body, but you can still see the physical realm, but you can also see on other realms. You can see other shit. You can move. You're not conformed to the physical body anymore. So some people meditate and they can detach from the body. And we call that astral projecting. When you do it when you sleep, they call it lucid dreaming. Same shit. Just at different states. One is through meditation, and the other is through sleep. The body is all the way shut down. That's why they say sleep is the cousin of death. All of those things have meaning. Sleep is the cousin of death because that's the closest you get to not being here anymore. The only difference is, again, your silver cord, what they call a silver cord, is still attached. So that means you can still come back to the body. But once that silver cord is cut, that means you no longer have life, or what they would call life here. It means you completely detached from this body, so the body will wither away, because the soul sustains the body. Once the soul leaves, the body can't do shit. Absolutely. Well, we call it dream because, again, all of these things have been made to confuse us. So they call it a dream to separate you from understanding that the soul travels. And then everybody can't do it. That's why some people be like, I can't never dream. Well, I've never dreamt ever. Like, you've never dreamt ever? Oh, was you cool? Like, you may not be able to remember them, but to never ever in your life have a dream? Everybody can't do that shit. Because they're not all pure. They don't all have souls. You can't leave if you ain't got no soul. So when you close them eyes, you close them eyes. And then the body wakes back up. And that's just that on that. Now, of course, some people dream or have dreamt before, but then they can't at certain moments. Those could be blockages. You know what I'm saying? You can have certain blockages that will cause you to not dream. Or I'm not going to say to not dream, but to not remember the soul travels. That's a better way to put it. And there's things that you could do, you know what I'm saying, to aid with that. A lot of it is trauma-based. That's why we do childhood trauma healing. That's why we do shadow work. Some of it is your diet. Yeah, I remember all of my dreams. My dreams are very vivid. The deeper I've gotten into my spirituality, the more vivid they are. And I can remember them up until like a certain point. Certain dreams stick with me forever, and certain ones, like after maybe an hour or two, I don't really remember nothing, but maybe a couple details. But I write them down for the most part. Sometimes I forget, or I be moving too fast, or I'm rushing to do shit and I don't. But, you know, I dream vividly every single night. Every single night. There hasn't been a night in the last almost 5 years that I haven't had a dream. You have to write your dreams down, for sure. It's as much as you can. Of course, it's not going to be a daily thing. Like, nothing is daily. You know what I'm saying? As far as routines and shit. So, you know, don't beat yourself up. But as much as you can, as much as you can remember, as much as you can keep up with, definitely write that shit down. I wouldn't say they're all good dreams necessarily, but they all have some type of meaning. So it may not feel good, but it's telling me something. So you don't believe the Bible stories at all? Not verbatim for what they're meant to be believed as. I believe some of them are analogies or metaphors. But as far as a lot of that shit happen verbatim, no. You too? No, I don't believe that shit happened verbatim. No. Metaphorically speaking, sure. You know what I'm saying? I get what they're trying to say. Call me a witch. Thank you. I mean, was that supposed to? I don't get it. Like, that's another thing. Study etymology. Etymology is very important. The meaning of words. All words emit vibration or frequency. Frequency has meaning, right? So when you study etymology, you learn what these words mean. Some of the words that you think are good actually have negative frequencies. Some of the words you think are negative actually have good frequencies. That's why we say things like grand rising instead of good morning. You know what I'm saying? That's why we say happy solar return instead of happy birthday. It's just, that's why I don't say blessing anymore. Because blessing or bless means to sprinkle blood. It's like, why the fuck am I saying that? And people say that shit all the time. I'm so blessed. I want all the blessings. It's like, I don't think you know what you're saying. Of course. Yeah, like these words be meaning wild shit. Like the word demon. demon doesn't mean what people think it means. It's actually a positive word. Or Lucifer. Lucifer don't mean what you think it means. It's actually a positive word. So it's like, people say shit, not knowing what it means. If we're trying to do research on what we were taught about religion, where do we start? I say start with reading the Bible for yourself first. That's what I did. Just read that motherfucker front to back like you would any other book. Just read it. And then you can start to research certain things that stand out to you intuitively. And then that'll kind of open up the connections in your brain to kind of connect it to other stuff and start breaking it down more. Yeah. It's a lot of words. Like, etymology is so powerful, but that's why they taught us. Y'all think English class is to teach you English. You know what I'm saying? Like, the language. As far as, so, you know words and how to put together sentences. No. The school system was never meant to benefit you in any type of way, shape, or form. It was meant to enslave you mentally first, then, financially, and so many other ways. We were self-taught. You know what I'm saying? You learn from your parents. You learn from being in the house. You learn from doing whatever you was doing with your kids. You know what I'm saying? You learn from life and experience and, intuitively. That's why certain things that you didn't have to be taught. You just know that shit. And you can't remember nobody teaching you. Like, yeah, duh. And then we had our own schools. We had schools for spirituality. We were learning astrology and numerology and shit like that mattered. The school system that they have was never meant to educate you so that you could be educated. It was meant to put you more mentally where they needed you to be to control you. So they taught you all of these words. They taught you all of these, things in history that they wanted you to know. They taught you all of this shit based on their own agendas. The school system is not even, I think it was starting like the early 1900s, like 1905, 07. Like, the shit is not as old as you think it is. It hasn't been here that long. But that's another thing. They play with time when it comes to past things. They manipulate shit. That's why they had shit in black and white for so fucking long. And it's like, that shit was in the 40s. Why is it in fucking black and white? Our grandmamas got pictures from the 40s that's in full color. Why the fuck is we looking at shit that happened in the 60s in black and white? It was in the fucking 60s. Like, what the hell? People that was born in the 60s is literally how old right now? Like, they not fucking 80 and 90 years old, born in the 60s. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, my father was born in the early 70s. He's 50 years old. But you got certain pictures from the fucking late 60s and it's in black and white. It's like, bro, what the fuck? That shit makes no fucking sense. Hell yeah, technology been here. And when I say been here, I'm talking about been here. 1400s, 1300s. Been here. Been here. So do you believe we were slaves from Africa? Not everybody. Not the majority of people. No. The majority of us, we already been here. We had established nations here. Like, established, like buildings and houses and all type of shit. All of your downtown areas are, they've been here. They a lot of these places already had these names. Like, I live in Baltimore. I'm from DC, but I live in Baltimore. A lot of the streets out here are Native American streets. I'm going to say American Indian. I don't like saying Native Americans because that's $5 Indians. They are American native streets. So you got like Choctaw this and, you know what I'm saying, like names like that on street signs. That don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? And if you already came over here and had all of these people here, why the fuck would you go travel months? Okay, because it took months to travel by boat to Africa and back. That's like a year trip there and back. First of all, stacking people up like fucking human sardines on a boat is not even possible for a 6-month trip. That don't even make sense. These people, they didn't have no bathrooms. You know what I'm saying? They had no restrooms. They couldn't go to the bathroom. So you got people urinating and defecating on top of each other. That alone is enough for you to pass away from diseases. So to say that they brought 3 to 6 million people over here by boat is diabolical. Diabolical. Furthermore, where the fuck are the boats? Y'all got dinosaur bones. Y'all got whole ass old animals, fossils, but y'all don't got no motherfucking boats. Like, what? That's not making sense to me. We have a lot of Native American streets here too. But we're speaking of African Americans. But y'all gotta, again, that's semantics. Because the term African American, first of all, was established in the 60s. I need y'all to really understand that. That's not an old age term. That shit was established in the fucking 60s. Your grandparents are older than the term African American. That's number one. Number two, if you track what they called us and what they labeled us, we were labeled Indians first. Then it was like Negroes. Like, it kept changing throughout the years. But we were first Indian. Then they switched it. They know who the fuck you are. But again, if they can convince you that you are not from here, then they can continue to take hold of the land that they stole from your ass. That's the whole thing with semantics. I'm going to give you this new label so that you think that you're from this place. And then they send you to school. It partners up with the school system. I'm going to send you to school and they're going to teach you that everything started in Africa. And then we're going to make that a requirement that everybody has to learn that everything started in Africa. That way, you don't know that you're from here. That way, you don't know that you have ownership of this land that we're on. That way, we can keep this shit and y'all can't do nothing about it. Period. All of our grandparents and great-grandparents was Native American. And American with K's, or for real, Tamari. Go look that up. Tamari or Turtle Island. Look up any of those names and go down that rabbit hole. Why you think the United States so okay with Israel doing what they're doing? Because they did it before. Exactly. They don't give a fuck. All of our grandparents told us that we was Indian. They know who the fuck they was. They know exactly who the fuck they was. They lived through the name changes. I gotta remember that shit. But a lot of them also lived through these time periods where they were forcefully made to... That's where that whole Kunta Kinte shit came from. My name Kunta. My name Kunta. My name Kunta. No, your name is Toby. Your name is Toby. Your name is Toby. No, my name is Kunta. No, my name is Kunta. It's the reason why they put all that bullshit in a motherfucking movie. Ain't no motherfucking way that man family detail for detail everything that happened to them and wrote that shit in a book. That's bullshit. That was to teach you that this is who the fuck we're telling you are. Period. And a part of the galactic law, which is another thing y'all need to look into, a part of that is any soul, any energy, anybody, period, has to let you know what they're doing to you. They cannot manipulate or abuse your free will. They can't force you to do shit that goes against the law of any realm. Nobody can force you to do shit. So they have to tell you what they're doing to you, and you have to accept it for them to continue to do it. So they tell you. They tell you in movies, they tell you in books, they tell you in videos, they tell you in all types of shit, instead of saying it directly to you. Because if they say it directly to you, you're going to be like, hold up, wait a minute, what you mean? So they make movies like Avatar. They make movies like motherfucking, They Live. Yeah, I think it's called They Live. They make movies like, Avatar, the action movie, and the little, anime jump. Yeah, they clone Tyrone. They have to tell you, but they can get away with it. But I be like, it's like when somebody say something as a joke, and you just think that it's just like, some rhetorical, whatever, like they playing around. But really, they serious as fuck. They letting you know who the fuck you are, and they letting you know that we're taking your shit. Shit like Hercules. If you go watch Hercules and you look at that shit from a spiritual perspective, that's your story, babe. That's your fucking story. With the deers, I don't know what movie you're talking about. That's the when the shit hit the fan, they're gonna be like, we told y'all. Exactly. That's their way of getting the responsibility off of themselves and being like, well, we did what we were supposed to do. We did tell you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, leave the world behind. Yeah. Matrix. That's another one. It's a lot of movies. Even these like cartoons. Why you think The Simpsons is so popular? That's like the longest. I think that's the longest running show or cartoon in the history of fucking TV. Free Guy, The Truman Show. All that shit is they're communicating with you. They're letting you know, hey, this is why do you think the CIA has an office in Hollywood? That says enough right there. What the fuck do y'all need an office in Hollywood for? It doesn't make sense. Oh yeah, they love putting shit in kids' movies. Moana, Encanto, it's a whole bunch of kids' movies. Soul. Yep. What's the little John with all of the emotions? Inside Out. All that shit. Wally. Yeah. All them fucking movies. They love putting it in kids' movies. Or cartoons, period. Rick and Morty. Watch Rick and Morty. That shit tells you a whole lot. But when the messages become too clear, they discontinue it. Like Lovecraft Country. People was way too fucking hip to Lovecraft Country. Or Manifest. When it's too fucking clear and you getting too much, they like, all right, we gotta pull back a little bit. American Gods, yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. That was on Netflix. Damn, what was that cartoon show called? Damn, I forgot. I forget what it was called. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Inside job. Yeah. They will discontinue the fuck out that shit quick. They don't want you to, They're like, hold up. Now, we supposed to be telling you, but I guess we telling you a little bit too clear. You know what I'm saying? I guess we making it a little too obvious. That's why they had to do Jamie the way that they did Jamie after they cloned Tyrone. And then you see what they did with Popeyes and this whole Don Julio thing. Y'all see how they put in that movie what's underneath some of these cathedrals. Hunger Games is one too. It's another movie that shows I forget what it's called, but it shows how they be kidnapping people and hunting them in the woods. I forgot what that movie called. Yeah, they did Jamie dirty. No, it's not Squid Games. It's another one. It's like a movie. Blink Twice is one too, but it's I forget what it's called. I haven't seen it in a minute. I think I only watched it once though. Yeah, it was something like they woke up in the middle of the joint and then they gave him like weapons and shit. It's not Hunger Games. It's something else. Popeyes and Don Julio. That shit don't make no fucking sense. And they be doing shit to really like. It's really a disrespectful smack in the face. Honestly. But you gotta pay attention to that too. Like, why all of a sudden do certain liquor brands just become famous out of nowhere? These brands have either been sitting on the shelves for years and people ain't really paid that shit no attention. And it's usually not even top shelf. It's always like some bullshit. But it go crazy. They put it in the song and then everybody buying it. Everybody Casamigos, everybody Don Julio. Don Julio been out for I don't know how long. Don Julio has always been at the liquor store. Always. Niggas just ain't fuck with it like that. All of a sudden now everybody fucking buying Don Julio. All of a sudden now everybody drinking Casamigos. Now all of a sudden everybody drinking Douce. Now all of a sudden everybody drinking whatever the fuck they tell you to drink. And that shit is always bullshit liquor. Like, it's never top shelf of that specific type of liquor. It's always some bullshit. Oh, it's called the Maze. Casamigos is bottom shelf. That shit is spit in a bottle. You take that shit to Mexico, they gonna laugh your ass out. Like, what? They don't even, what? You could go on a resort. You can go to the motherfucking resorts in Mexico, and they gonna give you top shelf. What will be top shelf over here? They giving you shots of that shit for free in Mexico. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, for real. That's why you be so fucked up when you go out the country and you drink. But you don't be fucked up where it's like, it's a different type of fucked up. Like, you be lit, but you don't be... Like, the liquor here, that shit is dirt. Them people drink, they can drink the way that they drink. Go to Jamaica. Go to motherfucking Mexico. You drink over there, it's like a... You turn, and you know you turn, but it's nowhere near... Like, if you was to drink that same amount of liquor here, you would probably be in a hospital. Man. But that's why, yeah, so many people got liver failure, and blood diseases and all type of shit. I believe so. I think it is the blue agave. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really drink tequila like that. I'm not a real tequila connoisseur for real. I'm more of a whiny old wino if I had to choose. I really fuck with brown liquor more than anything though, for real. Well, wine and then probably brown. I've always been a brown type of gal. I like my dark liquor. They have spirits in the liquor here. Of course. That's why they call it spirits. But alcohol originally was so that you could connect with the astral realm. The same way Mary Jane was supposed to be. For you to connect with the astral realm. It helps you transcend realms. But they take our shit and they manipulate it. I heard about plum wine. I don't think I had it. There's a couple different kinds of wine that I wanted to try. Yeah, all that shit is fucked up. And most of these brands don't fuck with us. So they don't care about keeping the quality of the product pure. They don't give a fuck. They don't fuck with your ass anyway. And the people who have been controlling everything, they don't mind taking out a few people that look like them in order to get you. It also confuses people, make them think like, oh, anybody can have this happen and anybody can have that happen. It's not a black and white thing. It's not a this and that thing. Anybody can this and anybody can that. And there's poor white people and there's people that are poor that are, white, and white people who got this. And all that shit is purposeful. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. In order to get their target, they'll take everybody else out with them. They don't give a fuck. That's why they give people little shit. Like when they painted the fucking streets for Black Lives Matter. And niggas was happy about that. Like, bro, we ain't gonna never get no fucking where. Y'all happy over a fucking painted street sign. We don't have a bank. What the fuck? And the bank that we do got, they letting the other motherfuckers dip their hand in it. The fuck? We broke as hell. We don't have no collective wealth. We don't got no school systems that are only our school systems. We don't got no hospitals that's only our hospitals. What the fuck? And y'all over here talking about, ooh, we got a street. Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. I said the bank that we do have, they letting the other motherfuckers dip out of. They don't give a fuck about our ass. They just give you shit to shut up. Like, I'll never forget that motherfucker Lizzo ass when it played some fucking flute at a damn history museum. And niggas was like, ooh, it's the first time in history that a black person was... Like, bro. Oh, y'all are so easily impressed by a bunch of fucking nothing. They give your ass nothing. You're like, oh my God, they're letting black people play the flute at a museum. Like, is this the fucking 40s? Bitch, we don't give a fuck about a flute. Fuck that flute. The hell? Where are the priorities? They are unaliving us in hospitals. You give a fuck about a flute? They are genetically modifying all types of shit to target your body. They know that they people can survive this shit. They know that they people don't need the sun and don't need certain, vitamins and don't need certain, electricity from their food and don't need clean water. They know that they motherfucking people can survive of that. These are people who was in caves. They know that their bodies can digest meat and pork. They know that they can. They don't give a fuck about them people. You ever ask yourself why the fuck is there pork and Skittles? It's fucking Skittles. Why the fuck am I eating porky Skittles? What the fuck? Yes, why am I drinking milk from a cow? None of this shit makes sense. This shit is so crazy, bro. I don't eat pork at all. I don't eat red meat. I don't eat pork. I don't eat turkey. I don't eat chicken. I don't eat none of that shit. Hell yeah, it's in a lot of stuff. That's my point. Why the fuck are they putting all that shit in our food? Yeah, I'm pescatarian. I've been pescatarian for 6 years. Thank you for the gifts. Cross-contaminating shit. They don't give a fuck. All these dyes, they putting dye and shit. It's aluminum in every motherfucking thing. Heavy metals in every motherfucking thing. Why do I need metals in my motherfucking baby formula? Why can't I take a magnet to my baby formula and pull out shards of fucking metal? The fuck? Then like, oh, it's coming off the machines. Bitch, do I look stupid? Do I look fucking stupid? I'm not coming off no fucking machine. You look up some of the ingredients. Aluminum is listed as an ingredient. For formaldehyde, listed as an ingredient. Fucking what's the fucking windshield wiper fluid shit? Listed as an ingredient. Nigga, what? Talking about for what? To take your ass out. To fuck up your body. To calcify your pineal gland. Keep you sick. They make trillions of dollars every year off of medication. That's why they will never try to heal you. Medicine is supposed to heal you. That's why we were herbalists. We took herbs. Your grandmama went in there and put that pot of water on and mixed all them fucking herbs in there. Or she made some soup with them different vegetables and shit. And your ass went to sleep. Drunk some ginger ale. All right? And you went to fuck sleep and you woke up a whole new person. That's healing. That's medication. You disagree with what? Absolutely. That's why they banned herbalism as a medical practice. You could take herbs by yourself, but herbalism as a medical practice, as a recognized medical practice, they banned that shit. Hell yeah, but they taught us that dandelions were weeds. They taught you that dandelions were weeds. and they make you spray that shit. Yeah, spray the weeds. That shit grow all everywhere. Spray the weeds. Spray the weeds. It's all about how you use it. You're right. What are you talking about? Why you think you don't see no motherfucking fruits and shit growing off the trees no more? And they try to convince you that, oh, you gotta be in a tropical environment for shit to grow. Bitch, when I was growing up, I grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s. There was fruit everywhere. What the fuck are we talking about? Apple trees, peach trees, oranges, motherfucking strawberries, blackberries. What the fuck? All that shit grow. What are we even saying right now? You can walk down the street, fucking lemons. What the fuck? What do you mean? We don't gotta be in no tropical environment. That shit grows everywhere. And I was in Maryland. We got all the motherfucking weather. Rain, sleet, snow, ice, hurricanes. That shit was still growing. The fuck? I do make my own medicine. It's called herbs. Yeah, they killed all of the female trees. If you grew up at any point in the early 2000s or any time before that, y'all remember that shit, bro. Why you think we used to eat honeysuckles? Who you think taught us that it was okay for you to go ahead and pick that damn flower and suck the nectar off of it? Our old ass grandparents. Our old ass grandparents. Like, yeah, you go ahead and get that damn flower right there. Did we die? No. Did we get sick? No. If anything, we played for an additional fucking 3 hours. Hell yeah. Sugarcane, torch. We was lit. The little berries that would grow, we would eat them motherfuckers. Plum trees, all that. Endless. Lit. That's why we ain't coming to the motherfucker house. We had food, we had water. We was straight. Go in the house for what? Well, that's the whole plot. They want you to pay for it. Everything you need grows from the ground. Down to cotton. They even try to put a bad connotation over cotton. Oh, y'all was cotton picking niggas. We should still be picking cotton. What the fuck? We can make all our own clothes. Panties, motherfucking pants, shirts. What the fuck? They put that bad connotation on it, so now niggas don't want to go nowhere near no motherfucking cotton. It's literal clothing material growing from the ground. Do you know how diabolical that is? There is clothing material growing from the earth, and it's organic. What the fuck? And it's the best thing for our bodies. Cotton is the best material for our bodies. Literally. It is the best material for our bodies. The least toxic material to our bodies. And even the cotton that they sell us now, they spray it. Everything is sprayed with chemicals. Don't have to be. It's crazy. Everything we need come from the earth. Hell yeah, they mix everything. Silk. Silk is organic. Silkworms produce silk. organic. Comes from the earth. They definitely sell us air. Literally. Selling air. $1 for some air. 4 quarters. Let me get your 4 quarters and you can fill up your tire. What? It's diabolical. It's diabolical. And the gag is we have free will. At any moment, we can say, fuck you. Fuck this. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do X, Y, and Z. We're going to do this, and that. Even now, some of the seeds that they sell for, because they know everybody want to sell, they want to grow their own stuff now. They selling y'all GMO seeds. You got to find actual people who have natural seeds now. They're like, okay, you want to grow your own shit? Fine. You can. But we're going to give you the seeds to grow. So either way, you're growing our products. It's like, if you want to read it, my website is in my bio. You can book it there. Consultations. I actually have a special that ends tomorrow night. You spend $50 on my website, you get an additional service for 20% off. Promo code is PocaHonest. Shit, we do pay to breathe air. It's called taxes. You can't even motherfucking travel for free. You gotta pay a toll. Why the fuck am I paying to cross over an invisible line? The fuck? Yes, if you spend $50 on a service on my website, you get 20% off of an additional service. Yes. They got terminated seeds that won't even germinate after the first grow. That shit is diabolical. That shit is diabolical. And then they fuck with the food and shit so that women can't produce breast milk. So then you're forced to then give your child that bullshit ass, powdered ass, whatever the fuck it is. You can't even call it milk. Who knows what the fuck it is? Nobody knows what that shit is. But they told you that it was good. And they know that most people just trust what the fuck they say. No, you don't know what the fuck it is. Most people don't know that the breast milk that women produce, whatever that baby needs, that breast milk will, configure itself to be that. So if that baby gets sick, your breast milk will basically, inject itself with whatever things they need for that baby to get over whatever that sickness is. Giving medicine to a baby is diabolical when the medicine literally gets pumped into the breast milk. Like, how much to teach me how to do readings? I don't teach people how to do readings. I feel like that's a gift. And you can't teach a gift. Why is it called formula? Exactly. Now y'all got y'all brains on. Remember I told y'all yesterday, you ask basic questions. Basic questions is what does it. You don't have to have all of these weird, wild ass, crazy elaborate questions. Nah, just ask the basic shit. Why do y'all call it formula? That's a basic ass question that really makes you think. Like, hold up, why the fuck do they call it? Wait a minute. It be the basic fucking questions. It don't be the shit where you know what I'm saying, where you doing the most. Like, why do they call it a master's degree? Why do they call it a master bedroom? You know what I'm saying? Certain shit just make you be like, what the fuck? Things that make you go, What inspired me to help people? It was a part of my purpose. I aligned. But this is why I say y'all need to start connecting with y'all life purpose and doing y'all shadow work and healing and all that, because a lot of y'all supposed to be herbalists. A lot of y'all supposed to be root workers. A lot of y'all supposed to be healers. A lot of y'all supposed to be teachers, doctors, lawyers, whatever the fuck. And you're not going to be able to tap into that shit if you don't have a connection with yourself in the spiritual realm. Like, it's mandatory so that you know, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing to help and aid the collective. Instead of just being here, focusing on money. Root workers are people who use herbs or different tools to get a spiritual result. So it's people who specialize in spell work. A root is nothing more than a spell. But you use different tools. So some people use herbs. Some people might use alcohol, water, plants, anything. Manipulating the energy of the tools that you're using to get a desired outcome. Okay. Yeah. Some of y'all are gifted in more ways than you think. Some of y'all are seers. Some of y'all are hearers. I don't do live consultations. All my consultations are private. Thank you. Shout out to you. I told y'all I was going to do more of these talks like I used to do. We just kind of go through everything. But y'all have gifts. That's why building a relationship with yourself is so important. Because it's going to expose you to who you are. When you know who you are, then you know what your gifts are. If you don't know who you are, then of course you're going to be distant from your purpose, from your gifts, from your talents. Or you're going to have a false idea of what those things are. It'll be more money focused or more ego based. Yeah, I'm going to try to do 2 of these types of lives a week. As much as I can. Give information and answer questions. But remember, meditation is important. Like, y'all gotta start meditating. We'll go over that on Monday, like I said. So I can get y'all all the information. What do you think about the rise in negative energy lately, like fights, etc., but also positive? Well, there has to be balance. So because The energy is shifting positively. We're ascending. We're awakening. There has to be balance. So every time we go through an ascension, every time the frequency rises, there has to be an equal amount of negativity to come as well. Balance is required. So it's just a part of the process. That's why protection. Maybe I might do a live on protection rituals on Wednesday. Because I do lessons Monday and Wednesday. So Monday we'll do crystals and meditation. Wednesday I might do protection rituals. I got that fucking eyelash in my eye. There we go. I got it. And these be the labs that capture people because it's more chill. Yeah. I feel like it's so hard for me to meditate because of so many things that go through my mind. Well, meditation is not a sprint. It's a journey. Just like this journey is a journey. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all come in with these expectations thinking that you're just supposed to be mastering shit your first time. You're not going to master anything your first time. That's not the purpose of mastering. Mastering means it comes with a process. So you just have to go into it with the expectation to learn at the pace that you're supposed to learn at. Not to excel and be perfect. You know what I'm saying? You that puts too much responsibility on you and too much pressure, and then you don't achieve anything. Why are there some chosen ones that believe in religion and other chosen ones that are spiritual? I don't necessarily believe that any chosen ones believe in religion. They may be in religion right now because they haven't had their awakening. But once you awaken, you're not going to be religious. If you're a chosen one, you don't stay there. You know what I'm saying? You may start there because of, generational traditions and shit like that. But you don't stay there. Once you wake up, you like, what the fuck? You get away from that shit rather quickly. More unintentionally than intentionally, probably. How would you stop ascension? You can't stop ascension. You can slow it down by trying to ignore it, but it's not going to stop. You're going to see what you're going to see regardless. Absolutely. Gotta have good and bad. Equal opposites. Expansion on the red witch. Are we talking the menstrual cycle? I've meditated unintentionally, but I do want to work on mastering it with intention. Yeah, we're going to go over that Monday. I'm going to get more into detail Monday. Because that's something that I would, need to go and expand on. So I don't want to just give y'all a little piece right now instead of giving you the full. That's easier said than done when all you hear in your environment is religious talk. Well, of course, nobody says it's gonna be easy. Nothing about this journey is easy. You gotta understand that from the jump. So whether it's leaving religion, whether it's tapping in more with yourself, whether it's shadow work, it don't matter what it is, it's never gonna be easy. That's just not gonna happen. So yeah, most of this journey is easier said than done. What's the meaning? So you basically is based on, from my understanding, is based on your menstrual cycle, depending on what times throughout the moon cycle you bleed, you'll be considered a red witch or a white witch or whatever other kinds that there are. I haven't really done too much research into that to tell you the exact meaning of a red witch specifically, but apparently there's different witches based on the time of the moon cycle that you go through your rebirth, I would say, instead of period. That sounds better. It's a program you gotta break away from. Absolutely. Well, I do have your attention this time. I do want to say I really appreciate your love. Thank you, babe. I appreciate the support. Reprogramming isolation brings elevation. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. Found your lives when I moved on my own, and ever since been locked in. I feel like you're my big sis. Absolutely. We are a family over here. We're a community. That's my intention. You know, my overall, thank you for the gift. My overall intention has always been community. You know what I'm saying? For y'all to not feel like y'all by yourselves and the shit that y'all go through. How did you start teaching? Girl, I just hopped on live one day and was just running my mouth like I'm doing right now. And people were interested in the information that I was given. And just grew from there. I made a Facebook group. And that shit got to like 20-something K. And I started doing classes, mentorships, all type of shit. And almost 7 years later, we're here. And I love it. It's annoying as fuck, but I love it. This will definitely be one of the hardest journeys that one of the hardest things you've ever done, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, for fucking sure. Shout out to y'all. We 50% to our live goal. Feel free to donate. But yeah, this is the hardest thing you'll ever do. Absolutely the hardest thing you'll ever do. But the most beneficial, the most worth it. You'll get the biggest return for this. You want to go back? I don't. No matter how difficult this journey gets, no matter how much shit I do, no matter how many things I come into realization of, I will never go back. I don't want to go back. Favorite spiritual experience that you feel comfortable sharing? My favorite spiritual experience. Hey, shout out to y'all. We achieved our life goal. Shout out to y'all. Thank you, everybody who donated, everybody who continues to donate. I appreciate it. Gifts do help. My favorite spiritual experience. That's a really good question. Damn, you can't ask a Gemini their favorite anything, babe. I don't know. It's like 17 things in my head. Shit get lonely for real, but it's all good. Well, there's purpose in isolation. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, you have those lonely moments, but I always say, you know, ask yourself ask yourself questions, period. You know what I'm saying? Why am I in a space? Why am I going through a time where I'm by myself? Spirit, what are you trying to show me? Higher self, what are you trying to show me? Ancestors, what are you trying to show me that I need to learn in this isolation? You know what I'm saying? When you give the shit purpose, it takes the sting out of it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? When you be like, okay, I'm isolated because X, Y, and Z. Then it's like, all right, boom. Now I have an idea in my head of why this is going on. I know it's not a personal attack against me. Because a lot of times we take shit personal. We like, damn, I'm just going to be by myself and, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, Spirit trying to teach you something. Or there's something that's, trying to be shown to you, or whatever the case is. One of mine, after my grandma passed, I expected to drop a band on the debt and walk out paying $80. Okay, period. I love confirmation. Anytime I get confirmation of something that I intuitively was led to, that's always a good experience. Let me think, what else? I love when I dream about things and they come to pass. I don't know, it's a lot of stuff. Meditating and astral projecting. There's a lot of different things, that I fuck with this journey. Thank you for the roses. Yeah. This journey is full of surprises. That's another thing that I like. You can never really put your money on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just never know how certain shit's gonna go. You never know how certain shit gonna pan out. You just, you know what I'm saying? You just never know. How do you confirm a confirmation? So usually it starts with an intuitive, gut feeling, intuition, intuitive message, something like that. And then it works out. That would be your confirmation when it all comes together. Or you're led to do something and somebody else comes and confirms it. Or you think about something. Like, all right, I'm about to go do this. And then somebody else brings it up outside of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, different shit. Confirmation comes in different ways. It might come in the form of a video you watching, a live you watching, a song that come on. Like, I done been thinking about some shit and then a song come on and it's the exact same lyrics or whatever the fuck I was just thinking about. It's, different ways. I'm a life path 1. Numero uno. Can you tell? Is it obvious? I think it's kind of obvious. Oh, yeah. Definitely pioneer energy. Leader, creator, foundational builder. You know the vibes. All right, have I been on here long enough? Thank you for the gifts, love. I think it's about that time. Thank you for the gift. Shout out to you. I'm loving the love. You acting like we held you hostage. Psh, you be surprised. The minute I be ready to get off of here, they be like, no, not yet. 5 more minutes. See, y'all are part of the new community, but the old people, if y'all was on my lives a year ago, I'll be on this bitch for 6 hours. And I'm not exaggerating. No exaggeration. 6 to 7. I think the longest live we did was like 9 hours. I'm not bullshitting. They would not let me leave. That's why they laughing in the fucking comments. They know. I appreciate it. I got banned. They banned my main. Well, I still got my main page, but I can't go live on that bitch. I was on there cussing their ass out real bad. It wasn't even fair. I was on their ass. Ooh, it was so bad. It was so bad. Yeah, the panels was. I want to get back to the panels, but it can't be the way that we used to have them, because it cannot go back to that shit. Because wow, nah. We gotta keep it cute. I had to take a break from them panels for a while. That shit was getting me in trouble. Alright, I'm getting off here. I gotta eat something. I need to figure that out. I'll be back on here tomorrow during the day. It'll probably be around like between 1 and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I gotta go figure that out right now. So we'll see. Something. Cause the girl is hungry. So something. But yeah, we'll do our reading to close out the week for tomorrow. And then I won't be live Saturday. I'll be back live Sunday so we can do our reading to open up the week. Monday we'll do our class. And yeah, that's that. Alright, Love and Light. This will be posted onto YouTube tomorrow. So make sure that you subscribe to YouTube. Link is in the bio so you can watch all of the live replays. Shout out to everybody that gifted. Shout out to everybody that liked. Shout out to all the shares, all the comments, all the energies, all the questions. I appreciate it all. Be good, be safe, get some good sleep, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right.